Hello everyone, my name is Amee Gonzales. Welcome to my Native Student Access, Outreach, and Resiliency story. Native SOAR has really impacted my time here at the University of Arizona and has sparked a calling that I didn't know I would feel so strongly about, which is being of service to others, giving back to the community, leading by example, and overall just being a shoulder to lean on. In the beginning of the semester, one of my first experiences in the community was being part of the Tohono O'odham Nation Parade held in Sells, Arizona, which is about an hour west of Tucson. I didn't know anyone yet, so it was a bit nerve-wracking, but being in a vehicle with Denise and some other classmates made me feel comfortable. I felt like I could talk to anyone because the environment was so inviting and friendly. The parade was an opportunity to give back to the community, and seeing everyone out there encouraging others to engage with each other made me realize that we all desire that human connection and understanding between one another. I felt as though we are part of this movement that is allowing students to be a representative for themselves and be proud of who they are and where they come from. I'll never forget one of the first conversations I had with Felice. She said that she knew who I was because I wore bright colors and I was a fellow curly girl like her. It's been difficult to find that sense of home and community here in Tucson, being away from my family in Texas, but this class has given me the opportunity to make those connections and bonds that I'm missing. We have had many great guest speakers, and a couple that stood out to me were Vince Flores, who helped us put together an evil eye necklace with a seed that was called the Ojo de Venado, the eye of the deer, which was an unforgettable and an amazing experience. I will always remember that. Another guest speaker that stood out to me was Dr. Jameson Lopez. The way that he told his stories was so inspiring and showed how passionate he was about his craft. The video he shared with us featured veterans talking about their experiences, and I was shocked to learn that the Native American community has one of the highest percentages in serving the military. Being a veteran myself, this made me reflect on the time that I served in the military and what it truly meant to me. I never thought about what it meant to give back to the land you were born on until I heard his presentation and the perspective of the men who spoke in his video. I think that it's vital to give back to the community, but also recognize the importance of the people who are taking the time and effort to connect with others and make it their life's work, to make sure that their people have the opportunity to expand their horizons and go after their wildest dreams. I know if it wasn't for the people before me, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today and take an amazing class like this, where we are able to share meals with mentors and our classmates. I want to give a big shout out to our leaders and our mentors, Felice, Denise, Kirsten, April, and Job. You guys have all been an inspiration, truly. We had a reading this semester by Gratch and Gratch called The Virtual Storyteller, highlighting the importance of hearing the voices of students who are living the experience of being a first-generation student of color. To put it a different way, storytelling is a way of performing with rather than for an audience. We also read an article by Mark Cooley where he shares the concept of story work and how storytelling is so important to keep alive in our modern day society. Any one of us can be a storyteller, and this class has given me the opportunity to dig deep into myself and ask questions and challenge what it means to be a college student during this day and age. Being 10 years older than the majority of my classmates gives me a different perspective, but it also encourages me to keep going after my dreams because everybody has their own path. There are a lot of struggles that families face when it comes to pursuing a degree in higher education, and another article we read that related to real-life experiences was by Judy Kiyama. In her article, Judy shares about a concept called funds of knowledge and how it relates to Mexican-American families. Judy also describes how not having the same access to resources puts people at a disadvantage to try and figure out how to not only survive but thrive in an academic environment. I know it's been a challenge for me to try and navigate these things on my own. And being a first-generation college student, trying to figure out financial aid and the process of how to properly use my GI Bill benefits has been a whole nother obstacle in itself. A lot of times during my journey in finding out what is best for me, it's been really lonely because my family has never experienced what I'm going through. Going forward, I will continue to implement the lessons I have learned in this class and remind others of the importance community brings to any social setting. 3 of the most important takeaways from my mentorship experience with my mentees were the importance of following your own path and going after your dreams, learning how to stay organized and goal-oriented, and lastly, how to be a good leader and follower. I think that we should promote interactive learning and talk about the importance of peer influence. I also think we should continue to implement programs like Native SOAR because it gives students of color a platform to speak their voices and find themselves. This class will always be one of my favorite experiences in my undergraduate journey, and I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to feel like my voice was heard. Never be afraid to be yourself and speak for what you believe in. You have to trust who you are becoming. You are not the same person you were a year ago. Allow yourself to continue to grow and evolve. Your strengths will become even stronger, your soul even more beautiful. You are magic.